Good morning, students. Welcome back to our social class where we are dealing with the chapter in civics, that is electoral politics. So this electoral politics, we have dealt about the competition that has been held in the political parties, whether it is good or bad. We have seen the merits and demerits of the political parties and their competitions. So today we are going to see about what is our system of election. So a very important topic where I want you to take your book and sit down with that. So if you see, India is an democratic country which has elections, which has been conducting elections regularly. So can you say that India is a democratic country? Yes or no? What is the answer from your side? So if it is having regular election, that means it is democratic country. There are dirty practices which has been held in our nation, that means it is not a democratic country? No. We'll see what is happening in our nation, whether India is really a democratic form of country which has an election which has been held in a free and fair manner or not. We'll see. Okay, so if you see, India has an two assembly, that is, you can see the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. These are the two assembly which has been held, and here regularly the elections will be held. Okay, so this is the regular election held areas. So this Lok Sabha, the election where it is held is called as the general election. The elections are held in all the constituencies at the same time, or at this time when they have the other aspects, like when they are having another time, like today if it is happening in Tamil Nadu, then it will happen in Karnataka tomorrow. Like that they will have the election constituencies elections. Okay, so you can find that this elections are being held within few days, and this is called as the general elections that are being held. Okay, and these general elections, sometimes the elections that are being held in the constituencies, for the purpose of certain reasons, it might be held. Okay, like a person might have passed away, or a person might have resigned his ministry. So when that time, you will find that in that particular constituency alone you will have an election. So that is called as the by-election. Okay, so we understood what is general election and by-election. I hope you would have understood this really well. So general election which has been held in the Lok Sabha every 5 years once, that is called as the general election. And if any person who has been nominated as a person and who has taken the oath and he has been ruling for 2 years or something like that, and he passes away in between because of some reason, or the person has resigned his post because of certain other reason, then there will be an re-election which will be held. So that is called as the by-election. Okay, students, I hope you would have understood the difference between general and the by-election. So we'll move to the next thing, that is the electoral constituency. So we have seen about Haryana before, right? Haryana has got 90 MLA seats, we have seen, right? That means 90 places they have got. Here we'll see, you can see here that you might have wondered how they would have got these 90 MLA seats. You perhaps know that there is not in that case. In our country, we follow areas based on the system of representation. Like the country itself is being divided into areas. So we are dividing the countries of our own itself into areas for the purpose for conducting elections. So a whole area cannot be put together for the administrative purpose. So what we are doing is we are segregating them. like district wise we are segregating, or based on the ward in panchayat, like ward wise they will be segregating. I'll explain you what is all these things in detail. So before getting into that, the country is divided into several constituencies for both the Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies election. So for that purpose they are doing on the representation in the election for each constituencies by the voters. Constituencies I'll explain you. So for Lok Sabha, from in our country you can find about 543 constituencies for Lok Sabha alone is there, and the person who is being elected through that is called as the member of member of parliament. We'll call him shortly as MP. Okay. Similarly, we have the state assembly, which is also held, that is called as legislative assembly, which is being held. So in that, the person who is being elected as a representative, he'll be called as an legislative assembly member, that is member of legislative assembly, and shortly he'll be called as MLA. I hope you would have understood what is MP and MLA, right? MP is a person who is related to the Lok Sabha election, where he is directly elected over there. Then about MLAs, member of legislative assemblies, in the assembly areas, in the constituencies will have the elections, and that area the person who is being directly elected is known as the MLA. Right, students? Okay, you have understood? Yes. So we'll move to the next thing. So next thing, if you see here, is that in our Lok Sabha election, our country is being divided into 543 constituencies. So these constituencies represent each constituencies, which is called as the member of the parliament. So from these 543 only we are sending the MPs, Minister of Parliament is being sent. Then you can find that these MLAs and MPs are being represented from our own areas. Okay. Then each parliament constituencies has within itself several assemblies. Okay, assembly constituencies. The same principle, like assembly constituencies itself, you will find in the panchayat also will be have their own panchayat and municipality also, they will have their villages, which will be divided into several wards. Okay, so each wards will be under that control, and wards that are like to the constituency, they will be connected towards the constituency. So each ward is being elected by one member of the village or from the urban local body. Sometimes it will be in constituency, which will count in the form of a seat. Okay, so they will have a seat of their own. And from Lok Sabha, you can find that we'll have these kind of thing that happens. So you might have seen in Haryana, like Lok Dal has got 60 seats in Haryana. That doesn't mean that they have got 60 seats alone. That means 60 candidates have won in the assembly constituency of a state. So Lok Dal has got 60 MLA seat. Okay, so that means in the state assembly. Okay. So next thing, if you see here, is that you can see in your book also, this is an Gulbarga place in Gulbarga is a place in Karnataka. Okay, so this Gulbarga has been described as, see, this is the boundary of them. So this is the boundary of them, and you can find that the red color denotes the district boundary. So this is the district boundary. Then you can see that the black color which is there, no, it is the assembly constituency. So these are all the constituencies. This is one constituency, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 constituencies they are having. So in these 8 constituencies, imagine in Karnataka, one particular district alone has 8 constituencies. So in each constituencies the elections will be held, and from there the members will be selected. Okay, those members are called as the MLAs. Okay, I've understood student clearly who is considered as an MLA, and this is about the Gulbarga district in our areas. Then we will see about the next picture which is given in your book. This is an activity which I wanted you to do. Just go through it, and it has given 2 questions in that. So just understand the question and write answer for that and send me. So that is the homework. And now we are moving into our own district and state. So this is Tamil Nadu map, which is being based on the assembly election held on 2011. You can see that this map consists of all the districts, and you can see small divisions in that. Can you see these things? So these are all the constituencies which is present in India, sorry, in Tamil Nadu. So these, even you can see Dindigul has several districts of its own, several constituencies of its own. Can you see? It has its own constituencies which has been marked with lines here, here, here. So it has lot of constituencies of its own. So how many constituencies are there in Tamil Nadu, my dear students? Anyone knows? So we have about 234 constituencies. In many movie you would have heard, like they'll be saying how many constituencies are there. So 234 constituencies are there. From these constituencies you can find the MLAs are selected. Minister, like a member of a legislative assembly will be selected, and they will be sent to the parliament. Okay, so that is what is about our own country's system of election that has been held, my dear students. The remaining we'll see tomorrow. Do the homework and send me, students. Be safe at home and enjoy your holidays, but at the same time learn a little. Okay, bye students. Thank you.